Hello and good afternoon to everyone joining us today. I am Rachayata Siddharth and I welcome you all to another session of Leaders Speak. Now, working with multiple logistics vendors presents complexities for supply chain professionals. Understanding each vendor's strengths and weaknesses is crucial for optimizing their utilization. Clear and consistent communication is vital to relay information accurately and avoid disruptions. Coordinating pickup, delivery schedules, tracking shipments, and managing inventory across vendors demands seamless integration. Managing costs and contracts becomes challenging, involving negotiation, monitoring, and tracking performance metrics. While multiple vendors offer flexibility and broader coverage, efficient navigation of these complexities necessitates planning, communication, coordination, and monitoring to ensure a streamlined supply chain operation. To help companies navigate these complexities, DP World has introduced a solution called Cargo's Flow. It is an enterprise multi vendor tracking tool for sea, air, and land. It benefits large cargo owners working with multiple logistics vendors, providing a single window view. Cargo's flow essentially enables customers to make business critical decisions throughout the supply chain. And to help us understand how this revolutionary product can help ease out complexities, we have today with us Mr. Ayaz Makbool. Ayaz is currently the global head of digital product sales at DP World, one of the world's largest port operators. In his current role, he focuses on commercializing digital products for the logistics and supply chain industry. With over 15 years of experience in the field, Ayaz has held various leadership roles in companies such as Emirates, Qatar Airways, and Dubai World. He has a strong track record of driving operational efficiency and improving customer satisfaction. Welcome to the show, Ayaz. We are delighted to have you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Sachita, for welcoming me to this show. Really, it's great to be here with you guys.
It's lovely for us too. So without any further delay, let's jump into it. Now it's been
Sure.
a year since Cargo's Flow platform was launched. So my first question to you is obviously how has the industry reacted to this platform so far? Are you witnessing a strong growth in terms of adoption? And what are some of the major milestones achieved since the launch?
All right. So let's just take like a step back and look at the global disruptions, right? That we all have witnessed, including pandemic and then the Russia-Ukraine war,
Right.
that continue to materially impact the supply chains, right? And therefore increasing the cost and delays. And as a result of that, it alerted the investment priorities for the business cargo owners, shippers, and as well as manufacturers. So organizations are now more amenable, right, to aggressively pursue the visibility and agility, right, through digital first investment as an approach to better mitigate the risk. So having said that, because of the external environmental factors, such as the ones that I just spoke, we have seen a very, very encouraging response from the customers for Cargo's Flow.
Right.
And please bear in mind that our primary customers are business cargo owners, right, importers and exporters globally,
Hmm.
freight forwarders, right, who are booking
Um, it seems there's a network issue. Ayaz, are you able to hear me? Ayaz, am I audible to you? You're not audible to us. The video is really choppy. It's still not getting better. Mm, can you turn off your video for a while and then probably try? Maybe the video is taking a lot of bandwidth. Your audio is still not very clear. Can you switch to another network probably? Maybe a different Wi-Fi in your office? I asked, we're still not able to hear you or see you. Okay, I think we should probably give him a couple of minutes to fix the connectivity issue. I'm sure it's going to be resolved soon. I would request our audience to please stay with us. There seems to be some kind of connectivity issue at the other end, and this is in the process of being fixed. So let's see if we can get him back online in a couple of more minutes.
Hi, Rachita, can you hear me?
Yeah, that's much better. Your voice and video both are clear. Uh, okay. I seem to have lost you again. Can you try turning off your video? That will probably use lesser bandwidth and your audio should be clear. No, that's not working. We are still not able to hear you. If you're trying to say something, audience, thank you for your patience, but I would request you to please stay for a little more time. They're trying to fix the connectivity issues at their end. We hope that he should be online in a couple of more minutes. Ayaz, is everything working? No, it doesn't seems like that. Okay, we'll wait for a minute or so more. Let's see if we can get things up and running again. Okay. I think I can hear something from Ayaz's end, but it's not not too much. All right. So while this is getting fixed, let me tell you some recent developments at DP World. So, DP World, as you all know, is the global provider of smart end to end supply chain. And they recently welcomed their newly launched weekly service, PIC2, at its International Container Transshipment Terminal in Cochin. Now, with a vessel capacity of 2407 TEUs, the new service by Unifeeder Group will enhance the connectivity of the East Coast to Cochin and ultimately to the Middle East. Now, PIC2 service, the maiden vessel MVSSL Delhi, was inaugurated at DP World's terminal in Cochin on 17th of May, and the new service will provide seamless connectivity between Chennai, Krishnapatnam, Vishakhapatnam, Tuticorin, Kandala, Karachi, and Jabal Ali. Now, with this development, DP World Cochin now provides four direct sailing weekly services for the Middle East region. Now, Praveen Joseph, their CEO, of DP World Cochin, he said that with enviable multimodal connectivity and the introduction of fourth direct service to the Middle East, with this service, DP World Cochin positions itself as a gateway for seamless transportation, revolutionizing the way goods are transported and fostering greater trade efficiency. Well, that was it from DP World's latest. And now we also have Ayaz back online with us. We hope all the issues are resolved, the connectivity issues.
I really hope so. So let's try. So sorry about it. Can you
No,
hear
that's
me?
okay. That's okay. Yeah, I can hear you well and clear. Your audio is also really nice. Okay, so you were saying that your customers are basically the big cargo owners, and then we lost you after that. So please continue.
Sure. All right. So, I mean, so we've seen a very encouraging response from our customers, for Cargo Flow, which are, business cargo owners, importers, exporters, forwarders, manufacturers, for whom end-to-end supply chain visibility is a top business priority. So with Cargo's Flow, our customers can get the real-time visibility. They can proactively manage their shipment delays and exceptions. They get all the answers in terms of, where my container is, when is it going to arrive, are there any, hiccups on the journey, and they therefore also been able to save cost, which are related to dumperage and detention. And on top of it, they've been able to make very informed business decisions because of the very rich analytics that we provide, where they can visualize in terms of, how well is their logistics service providers performing, which ports are doing well for them, where there is less congestion, where they've been able to save cost on dumperage and detention, and so on and so forth.
Right. Well, you rightly said that, the customers, um, and in fact, the way that the supply chain industry uh, functions has entirely changed. And the consumer needs and demands have also changed drastically, especially in the last few years. Now, how has Cargo's Flow platform re engineered the entire process of advanced visibility to be able to meet the changing demands and deliver customer satisfaction?
Sure. So, I mean, if you look at like manufacturers or business cargo owners, right, they see lack of collaboration, speed, and visibility as the biggest gaps to the supply chain success.
Right.
And scalable analytics, migration to the cloud, and targeted deployment of AI-driven tools, are the key technology focus areas today we are witnessing across the supply chain industry, and more
Yeah.
specifically from the customers that
Hmm.
we are experiencing with. So, having said that, around 80% of the organizations, with the research that we did, we found that they have inadequate visibility into their supply chain that adversely impact their operational costs. It increases the manual efforts in terms of shipment planning, monitoring, and tracking their shipments. And it
Right.
creates customer dissatisfaction because they've not been able to provide the clarity and visibility to their end customers in terms of where will the cargo be and when is it going to be arriving.
Hmm.
So Cargo's Flow is addressing all these supply chain visibility requirements through its AI-driven and ready-to-use real-time visibility tool, which is fully integrated today with roughly about 100 plus sea and air carriers. It's integrated with AI satellites, so we've been able to monitor the real-time position of the vessel and the high quality of ports data that we have access to. We've been able to package a fully integrated solution, with the customer's ERPs or their TMS systems so that we can offer them like a seamless user experience.
Right. Now from that, I can pick up that data is something that is in the focus when it comes to cargo's flow, and modern supply chains are really complex with the number of actors that are now involved in each supply chain. How have you been able to accurately and intelligently aggregate and analyze the data from various sources, and providing, therefore, a unique experience to the shippers and the service providers?
So so if you look at the industry or overall, right, you will find that supply chain challenges are too great for any single enterprise to tackle.
Right.
And therefore, the success really lies in collaboration with
Hmm.
all your business partners and driven by data sharing
Hmm.
and then shaped by artificial intelligence to bring efficiencies, innovation in technology, adoption of the tools, right? And as well as doing a competitive advantage.
Hmm.
So we're seeing that customers and companies are rethinking their end-to-end supply chains. In
Right.
addition to that, we also hear from our customers every day, and in terms of how do we improve the product capabilities. So today, Cargo's Flow leverage multiple data sources,
Hmm.
right? Like carriers, vessel positioning system,
Hmm.
satellite information, and then we use artificial intelligence and machine learning in order
Yes.
to come up with predictive ETAs, and try and compare the quality of that with the actual ETAs that we get through API integration from hundreds
Hmm.
of carriers. And then on top of that, DP World manages 70 plus ports across the world. So we
Hmm.
have a very large data lake project which
Right. Right.
integrates with all the ports and get the data in a real-time basis, right?
Hmm.
So the platform today is user-friendly and it is built on, if you take 3 plus decades of our experience in the industry. So it's built by industry for the industry and therefore, being
Yes.
able to offer, a high fidelity data through
Hmm.
our platform, which can
Hmm.
optimize, of course, the logistics operations and also give accurate ETS and proactive alerts.
Right. So, since it has been in operation for almost a year now, could you share an example which can be a testimony to how the platform can be a game changer for its users? A use case, maybe.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you look at, for example, so Cargos fully believes in, always being the leader in the product innovation and adopting, the new technologies like machine learning, artificial intelligence. We've been able to continuously improve the product. So we have got a very capable product team, that's continuously researching the market trends, looking at the industry challenges, some of which we just touched upon, right? And we're looking at technology innovations in the space of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and then trying to see, how we solve these industry challenges, right? And capturing the customer expectation in designing the product features and functionalities. So to
Right.
give you a glimpse, in just last 1 quarter, for example, right, we have launched predictive ETA. We have launched geofencing. So predictivity, been helping a great deal in the sense that a lot of customers were asking that, we're not getting ETS on time from shipping lines and
Hmm.
carriers. And we wanted to have, the predictive ETA. So we built it, we launched it in,
Hmm.
recent last quarter. We also have got geofencing. What it helps is that, there is an alert that we produce for our customers as soon as the ship, gets into about 50 nautical miles from a berthing and port. And then we have got the IoT devices capability that we have connected. So we're seeing, like for example, agro customers and pharmaceutical customers, right? These are products which are very sensitive to the temperature, and
Yes.
they wanted to know that not just when my container is coming and then there are some exceptions or delays, we want to know whether the container and the products inside were kept at a certain level of temperature or humidity. So we have integrated Cargo's Flow with the world-class IoT solution. And today, on a single dashboard on Cargo's Flow, they get all the answers in terms of when my container is arriving, has the container maintained the temperature for my products, and so on and so forth, so that we can ensure that the products, when it gets delivered, they're delivered in good quality,
Right.
right? And we have also launched a carbon calculator because sustainability is today a top requirement for a lot of our customers. So they were looking for, how can we measure the carbon emission for their shipments. So we have launched the carbon calculator where they can visualize and monitor the carbon emission at the level of the shipments.
Right. Now, you were talking about supply chain visibility in the question that I asked you previously, and it's not a, no, a new concept. It's something that is in fact being talked about a lot in today's time when it comes to the logistics industry, and offering visibility to the customers can be a tricky thing to do, especially when it comes to intermodal shipments or cross border shipments. So what are the challenges that come with it, and how have you been able to tackle them?
So complexity in supply chain visibility, comes from sourcing of data, right? Because like there are hundreds of carriers that you have to collaborate with and
Hmm,
integrate, such as shipping lines, airlines,
hmm,
road carriers, right? And then telematic devices sitting on the trucks, and then
hmm,
you have hundreds and thousands of ports across the world, right? So there are uh, multiple sources of data that we need to source and integrate with, and then we have integrations to be done with the ERPs and transport management systems of the customers, because we wanted to minimize any manual data entry and accelerate the adoption of the platform, right? And then aggregating the data from disparate sources such as weather forecast, port congestions, the GPS location of the ship, right? Speed of the ship, etc. So we were able to sort of, with the technology product that we have built, we were able to provide a solution where all these complexities are taken care of on a single platform, and we integrated the system with our customers ERPs and TMS on one side, and integrated with hundreds of shipping lines and carriers and satellite providers. So I think it's the innovation of the technology platform that we built, which has taken care of all the complexities and been
right.
able to offer this product like a SaaS product, where the customer, on day one can actually start making use of a product because it's simple to implement and ready to go live.
Can you elaborate a little more about resetting the expectations of the shippers that use the services for pharma or other temperature sensitive shipments?
Right. So when so if you look at, for example, I'll use an example. So let's look at, there is a supplier of Mandarin, right, from Pakistan, supplying these goods to a large supermarket chain in UK. The journey of this by ship, right, could take several weeks, and the journey from farm to the port itself could take several days, right? Now these products are have a shelf life, and if they are not kept under certain conditions, weather conditions, these products could get rotten. There
Yes.
could be humongous wastages on the way. So we saw customers suffering, both in agro industry and as well in pharmaceutical and some high tech, technology suppliers and manufacturers. So, by providing a solution where an IoT device can actually go inside the container, it's a small device called Cargo Track,
Okay.
branded for Cargo's Flow.
Mm,
This small device, I2 device, can go inside the container, and the device gets activated as soon as the container is locked with the
mm,
products inside. And we can set the temperature in terms of the level of temperature that it needs to maintain, the humidity that it needs to maintain,
mm,
right? And it continuously monitor and sends the data over to Cargo's Flow platform, where we can show in a real-time basis on Cargo's Flow platform how the temperature and humidity of the product right from leaving the farm and all the way getting it delivered to a large supermarket chain in UK, for example, can be monitored. In
mm,
addition to that, we also have the capability to provide a certificate for insurance. So let's say for some reason the temperature could not be maintained, right?
mm,
And the product gets spoiled. The customer now has a capability to get a certificate of insurance from the platform and be able to go and do a claim when there is a wastage of products and there is a loss of money.
mm. Right, right. I think that's actually something very commendable to do, especially in case of temperature sensitive shipments. So, moving on, Cargo's flow platform is DP World's baby. It's still pretty new. It's just been a year, and we hope that it's going to be continuously evolving, since the expectations of the industry are also going to change with time. Can you talk about some of the features or updates that we can expect in the coming days?
So our tech teams, are busy with building new capabilities and launching, that will include deeper integration, for example, with aggregators and partners across the world for
Hmm.
multimodal visibility.
Right.
What it means is that, if you look at road transport specifically, right,
Hmm.
there are millions of trucks that we see on the road. So
Absolutely.
how do we sort of connect with millions of trucks, right?
Hmm.
So we are working with IoT device manufacturers around the world whose devices are sitting on these trucks. We are
Hmm.
working with the aggregators in different markets, right, and connecting our platform with them so that we can get the real-time feed. And we are also creating partners globally with whom we can expand the reach of the product and as well as its collaboration and data in terms of offering a multimodal visibility across the world for all our customers. And in addition to that, we are also enhancing the carbon emission calculation, right?
Hmm.
So for all the modes of transport,
Hmm.
we launched the carbon emission to begin with for sea. Now we are busy working for air and as well as for rail and for
Hmm.
road. So these are just to name a few of the new capabilities which are coming out soon. I would say that just please stay tuned for a lot more news to come.
Yeah, well, as that would be it, and we hope the best for Cargo's Flow platform and DP World, and that it helps the organization realize their vision of a seamless, efficient, and sustainable global supply chain. Thank you so much for taking out time for us today. And despite all the connectivity issues, I think this was a great session, a very knowledgeable one, and we're sure that the platform will be of immense use to its users. So
Thanks a
you have
lot.
a good day ahead, Ayaz. And before I leave, I'd also like to thank our wonderful audience for joining us today and having so much patience. We hope that the session was as interesting for you as it was for us. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much,
much,
everyone.
Nikita. You
Thank you
and to
so
the
much,
entire
everyone.
audience, and my apologies, sincere apologies for the disruption, that we saw. But the good thing is that we came back and could still meet. So thanks a lot for all your patience, and I hope that we'll connect in future again. Thanks. Bye.
Sure. Thank you so much, Ayaz. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye and take care. Stay safe.